it's time for IP in the news. And so tonight, I'd like to talk a little bit about a patent that Toyota had issued. It's kind of keeping in the theme of the show, since we are going to be talking about pets a little bit later. But Toyota has developed a robot that can actually walk a dog. So it's pretty innovative if you think about it, because people love walking their dogs, but when the weather's bad, maybe not so much.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at the patent right now. It's very cool. There's even a mode where your dog can drive the vehicle using paw sensors. So who beats, a robot that can pick up poop and your dog can drive it as well?
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally down with that. And if you look at the pictures in the patent, the robot is large enough that a person can sit in it, and it also automatically lengthens and shortens the dog's leash depending on the level of activity of the dog. So if the dog gets really excited, then it rolls out more leash. But if the robot senses that the dog is going too far, it just stops and reels the leash in. So hopefully it prevents against accidents. So really innovative by Toyota. And like you mentioned, it picks up the poop too. It senses how the dog reacts or slows down or stops before it does its business. Then it washes the ground with a sprayer if it urinates on the sidewalk, and it picks up the poop if it needs to do that. So pretty innovative technology by Toyota. So.
It is. It does everything but walk the dog, right? If I'm understanding it correctly.
Yeah, I mean, it can walk the dog in a predetermined path, or it can, or the owner can just sit there. It's great for disabled people. So the technical overlords are taking over even like the most fundamental things, right? So
I wonder if it will replace dog walkers, right? Eventually in the future.
Yeah, they may become an endangered species. I don't know how many, the sled or the robot actually looks pretty heavy. And so, hopefully that can hold more than one dog. So, anyway, now it's time for Richard's Roundtable. Jonathan, do you have any comments or thoughts about this new technology?
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, we've entered the Jetson era. Kind of dating myself, but I'm thinking about the maid, the robot that goes around and does everything for you. So I'm curious, like, does it mow the lawn? Can it pick up some housework, do some laundry? If it can do that, I might be interested.
Yeah, I agree. It's I think anything that can take away drudgery is great. The question is, is walking a dog a drudgery? I think most people who have dogs really like it. So I don't know how big the market.
Except for the poop part.
Except for the poop part. Yeah, you have a dog. Yeah. So do you enjoy walking it? Would you give your dog over to a machine like this?
I don't know. I do like walking him, but I do not like having to clean up after him. He's a pretty big dog too.
Right. And so you think he would, you'd have to have a pretty heavy sled, I guess, if you were going to try to, walk a dog that's big, right? So,
yeah.
Aparna, what is your opinion on this?
Well, Toyota and I should talk. That's for sure. If a dog can start driving, maybe I can interview some dogs to drive for us.
Well, that would be a great thing. We'll hear more about your idea for pets coming up later in the show. And so Denise, do you have any specific thoughts about this project?
I do have a dog, which I enjoy walking, but when the weather is bad, that definitely is something I may consider. But my question is this available? Is this in market, or they're just prototypes? When can we possibly purchase one?
That's a great question. As far as I know, they're not actually making them. But, and the thing is with a lot of patents, a lot of times they have a patent, but it doesn't end up getting commercialized for one reason or another. But it doesn't seem to be available yet. But that I think it's an interesting project because Toyota has been involved a lot with robots, and they have a pretty big robot section, not only robots for walking pets, but robots for doing general chores. I mean, they've been a leader in robotic technology for a long time. So it doesn't surprise me that they would come out with something like this for pets as well. So